So Oliver flew to the nearest planet to catch his breath. And I was thinking, well, we already knew this nigga was a bum. Better luck next time, I guess. But despite Conquest being able to go literally anywhere else, tell me why he chased this child, who is not only vulnerable, but posed zero threat to him just for his own entertainment. With the new season of Invincible out, I was going to do a video on that, namely the Conquest rematch and now the Thrag fight. But one, I haven't even covered the first Conquest fight, and two, if you didn't see from the last video, I'm trying to kind of change things up on this channel. So instead we're going to do something better and talk about how Conquest might be as bad as Epstein, and then here and there talk about the stuff I like and dislike in the new season. So yeah, let's get it. So Conquest enters the battle straight aura farming, coming in at 6'8", 181 kg, my nigga 400 pounds. And on top of that, he came equipped with a gold Thanos gauntlet. Yeah, he might be him. So as we fast forward through the fight, I'm not gonna lie, until Mark's rage boost plot armor kicked in, he was getting dog walk. He was putting Mark in combos I've never seen. You thought that the train scene of Omni-Man was bad? Yeah, compare that to Mark being used as a human battle ram through an entire fucking city. And then when Mark did get his licks in, this nigga would just compliment him and smile like he was getting turned on. Case in point, him blowing him this nasty ass kiss. And considering how Mark is barely legal on Viltrumite years, yeah, we should have seen this Epstein ass shit coming. So let's just skip to his first offense, where Conquest was dog walking Mark across the entire city, DBZ style, where he needed Oliver's bum ass to come save him. And even though Oliver's punch sent Conquest flying, we know this shit did about 0 damage. So why Conquest charged up a DPS Overwatch 1 Doomfist level punch and haymaking this child into the floor needs to be genuinely investigated. Then there's the part where he moved Mark out of the way to punch said child's teeth out and then attempt to rip him in half while simultaneously telling him how much he enjoys hearing him scream. This is worse than CP. Editing Akira here, just so that you know, when I said CP, I meant child porn. Regardless, if it wasn't for Mark, this 10-year-old would have genuinely been turned into Deadpool. So adding on to his terrorist, murder, and jaywalking charges, I'm adding on child endangerment. And you know what? Considering how much he enjoyed this shit, yeah, you're getting a sexual harassment charge as well. And before I get to my next child-related point, I do want to bring your attention to the end of the fight, where throughout the entire battle, he had a massive grin on his face when he was fighting a barely legal Viltrumite and a straight-up minor, the fucking child. But when he sees a beautiful, butt-naked, adult woman right in front of him, he's completely unfazed. This isn't him being a Chad. Let me repeat, he was excited over fighting a child. So in my opinion, this is even further proof that he might be in the files. I don't know. What do you think, Destroy Lonely? I don't fuck with none of this shit this nigga be doing, bro. This shit nasty as fuck. Dead homies. Like, nobody should be doing that shit. That shit nasty on God, bro. If I catch this nigga in my domicile, if I catch this nigga in my residence, we gonna fuck this nigga up on 5, little bro. We gonna turn this nigga into a teacher at Ease 5. Thank you for letting them know. So now let's get to Invincible vs Conquest Part 2. Because some dumb fuck decided to keep this terrorist alive for information on the Viltrum Empire. Where first of all, they already know the Viltrumite's weakness to certain frequencies. Why are we not exploiting that? Oh wait, you literally already did. If it was up to me and I had to keep Conquest alive, this is how I'm leaving him. Every single one of his limbs cut off and the most powerful JBL speaker connected to his brain. And every time he decides he doesn't want to cooperate, I'm sending that frequency straight to Rod Wave. Trust me, he's gonna start speaking. And when he starts to adapt to the Rod Wave, straight to Hunter or Too Slimy. Take your pick. So anyways, Conquest is alive and decides to attack Alan and the team in the middle of them eating their RB special. And sorry to interrupt the video, but in all genuine seriousness, who the fuck is eating this shit? I refuse to believe there's even one sane human being that prefers this over a normal beef burger. I know this is ironic coming from someone that's from London, but bro, this genuinely looks like some World War II ass cuisine. So let's start with Oliver looking to fade Conquest, and to be fair, he was actually moving. Bro got a nasty gut shot, then a couple star platinum punches, and then he got given the red rush treatment. But I'm not gonna lie, I actually respect Oliver here because he doesn't run away from the fade. Then Omni-Man sends him flying and they end up having a little exchange, and at this point I'm leaning forward in my seat just for Conquest to no-diff him. Like, what is this nerve? This nigga became a playable character with a family to protect just to become a mortal level of bummery. And then Mark joins the fade and puts on a generational display of belt to ass. Bro was giving him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 haymakers and followed up by elbowing him. Do you know how much you have to hate someone to start ferociously elbowing them? He didn't even do this shit to gangster him. And at this point, there was a couple of fights in the background. Omni-Man versus Lucan, Alan versus the other Viltrumite, and Tech Jacket being completely fucking useless. Based on her performance this season, I'm genuinely intrigued as to what exactly she was recruited for. She is a bum. Anyways, whilst all of this was happening, Oliver was struggling to hold his breath because it's his first time out in space. So Omni-Man directs him to the nearest planet and tells him to recoup over there because he's essentially dead weight. So Oliver flew to the nearest planet to catch his breath. And I was thinking, well, we already knew this nigga was a bum. Better luck next time, I guess. But despite Conquest being able to go literally anywhere else, tell me why he chased this child who is not only vulnerable but posed zero threat to him just for his own entertainment. And at this point, I don't know if I should be putting Conquest on fraud watch or Epstein watch. Because on one hand, Conquest is supposed to be the Kenpachi of this verse, loves fighting, loves the fade, doesn't run away from it, but yet he ran away from the person who literally killed him. This nigga should be itching for the rematch. You even have Omni-Man who betrayed the Viltrumites, aka Conquest people, and Alan who's not a Viltrumite but is somehow holding his own against them. And out of all of those options, you decide to go after Oliver.
Bartholomew Conquest Kirk, your infatuation with putting your hands on this child is disgusting. I've watched you time and time again and said nothing, hoping you would see the error in your ways, but you just don't stop. This will be your last day on Earth. You are a fucking pedophile, and I will send you to reside with your friend Jeffrey for your multitude of heinous crimes. Good day.
What have I done? I'm a monster. What can I do to show Oliver how sorry I am, how disgusted I am with my actions? Think, come on, Conquest, think. What can I do? Oh, I know! I can make my famous spaghetti bolognese! Regardless, I got the evidence on deck, and I'm sorry, my nigga. Conquest, you're a fucking pedophile. Besides that, I did say I was gonna speak about the things I disliked and like about the season, excluding Thrag because I plan to give him his own video. I really like the balance between action, gore, and chill moments in this season. I think it was really well balanced. I also really like how there wasn't a villain of the week to showcase the awful power scaling by them somehow defeating Mark. That really pissed me off the previous seasons, but it wasn't predominant this season. I also really like the pacing. Again, I know that they're just following the comics, but I didn't feel like there was any filler in this episode, on this season, sorry. So yeah, that was cool. And the only things I think are objectively bad is the fucking Herm episode. This was just a nothing burger ass episode. I'm not even sure if this is in the comics. I haven't read it. Nigga, there's no way this shit was necessary. And I guess I have to say it, the other thing would be the animation. I just think there's one too many moving PNGs. Like, Amazon, a multi-billion-dollar company, is streaming Invincible. Surely they can lend them a couple million for animation. Besides that, this is probably my favorite season. I'll give it like a 9.2 out of 10. Anyways, thanks for watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. Thanks. Love you. Bye.